Anyway, we're back. What I was saying was, like, even Madonna saying stupid shit about I want to blow up the White House, I'm still like, she should be able to say it. And so if I feel that way about her, I gotta feel that way about Milo. I gotta feel that way about, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
I get where you're coming from. Like, I get that side completely.
You also gotta look at it. If that's gonna be okay to say, then what if somebody that is actually gonna do something says something like that? Are we gonna take it seriously? You know?
No, I know what you mean. I do. And, I mean, and to be honest, I'm not sure how far, like, if it was you, if you went to your Facebook and you wrote, I'm going to blow up the White House.
Or perhaps SWAT.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you'd actually get away with it, you know?
Yeah.
You might. I mean, I really,
I doubt I'll have SWAT.
No, I don't think you have SWAT, but you might get questioned.
Yeah,
you know?
Somebody might be like, hey, what is this about?
I think they would say he's white,
hey,
and they'd be like, it's no big deal, he's white, you know.
Here's a good thing to look at. My job that I work at actually had brought something up about things like this.
Really?
They check to see what people are saying.
Oh, yeah. When I worked at Walmart, we did that.
Yeah.
We're actively
Twitter,
looking at people's Facebook,
all that kind of stuff.
And it's like, really? I mean,
I bet I would be, I would definitely be questioned.
Well, let me ask you, how old are you?
23.
23. Do you feel, and actually Cody and I have talked about this before, because I'm 34, I think. I didn't grow up with social media and always being on camera or anything I said or whatever.
Right.
You know, I think my biggest thing, like was on MySpace. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I said all sorts of crazy shit on MySpace, but no one gives a shit about MySpace.
Yeah.
And that was still like my mid-20s, I think. Mid to late 20s when I, you know. Do you think it's a good or a bad thing to have this much? And do you think, like, because Cody and I got in this argument about the fact that, like, I said that I think you should be able to, if you're in a video, you should be able to take it down.
I agree.
And
I agree.
He was like, well, no.
Or that part be cut out if you're just in a section of it or whatever, you know. Yeah, right. I think you should have that power.
And it came because there was this video of this girl, she was like 13 or 14, throwing this massive hissy fit in the middle of a shopping mall. And this is old. I mean, this is months ago. But it was viral for quite a while. A lot of people watched. And I'm like, I feel bad for this girl, though. Because, like, maybe she just had a moment of being stupid and whatever. But she's forever going to be known as that person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I kind of wondered, you know, if you have that same feeling of, like, it's almost a little overwhelming that you don't know. If you slip and fall in the ice, you might be a me. You know, you might be
For an example, there's one guy I know at work. I actually still work with him. He is one of the calmest guys that you will ever meet. But there was that one point where he got so irritated, so pissed off, that he actually blew up. And we thought he was joking because of how calm he normally is.
Yeah.
He blew up, and I literally thought that he was going to beat somebody down right there at work. But if that was caught on video and
people
put on
think
Facebook,
that's who he is.
People will think that's who he is, even though that was the only time it's ever happened.
Right. What happened?
That I know of.
No, I mean,
you know?
That's exactly it. Yeah, you'll always be like, you know, the angry guy or the jackass who can't walk right or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
We all have those moments where, like, we wouldn't want to be captured. But they're like, you can't. I went to Chuck E. Cheese with my kid yesterday.
Right.
And Chuck E. Cheese, dude, there was all sorts of videos going around.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, and I mean, if I had, like, been, like, chasing my kid, like, watching my kid, and not pay attention and, like, trip over
Chuck E. Cheese?
Or
whatever his name is?
Or, yeah, Chuckie.
Chuckie?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Cheese
I'm
is his
sorry.
last name.
Oh, is it? Okay. I got it right.
I don't know. You've been there before?
Yes, I've been there. I have kids.
I was really impressed with that place. It's cheap.
That really the first time you've been there?
Yeah.
Really?
Ever.
That's crazy.
Well,
I'm very
poor.
surprised.
I mean, you know.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
He's getting into that stage.
But I mean, I was surprised. It's cheap.
It is.
I didn't think like.
I mean, I don't ever eat there.
No,
I honestly
we didn't
don't
either.
eat there. But yeah, to do as much as you can, it is fairly cheap.
I think it cost like $12. He had like 41 plays on stuff. I figured,
Yeah.
like I remember back in the day when we go to an arcade and it was like you want to play like Mortal Kombat, you're putting a quarter in,
Yeah.
and that's over in
Yeah.
a minute.
And that
2
well,
minutes,
that's
and you're
actually
just popping quarters in, and so like I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be expensive, but fuck, that place is cheap.
you had to get a card, right?
Yep. Yeah.
They had just changed that like 2 months ago or something like that. Because I had went 1 week and we were using coins. And it was like a quarter a coin.
Holy shit.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Yes, very expensive.
Herbs.
And we went like a week later or something like that. Maybe it was 2 weeks later. And they had switched the card system. And I put $20 in.
So you had a whole lot of money.
I put $20 in on this card. I have 2 kids, so each kid got like $10
Yeah.
worth. But it asked me if I wanted to pay $2 more, and I got I don't know how many more
Like double.
points.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
what
I did it.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Paid $2 more and got so many more points. And we were there for I think 3 hours
Yeah.
off of $20.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just having a blast, you
Right.
know. Kids
Yeah.
winning all kinds of shit, you know, and
Taking pictures, you can
They
use
loved
it.
it.
You can use it for everything. It's
yeah.
great. Yeah.
And it wears them out in the end. So then
It does, yes.
win-win,
it's
right?
Fantastic. Oh,
Yeah.
and you get the drink. You get you get free tickets on the drinks.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
It was all right.
Won
place.
40 tickets on a drink.
Yeah,
It's pretty
we
good.
won a total of like $120.
Nice.
Yeah, because I got 40. My mom got 40, and my sister got 40.
Nice.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
got more tickets buying drinks than we did playing games. Who cares? It's not
I'm
what
going
it's
to be
about.
honest. My kids are actually pretty good at playing those games. We actually racked up, what was it? Like 450 tickets.
Yeah, you guys are beasts. I remember we went to
Oh,
All-Star
yeah,
Sports
yeah.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Just
had like a whole
racking up
shit ton of
tickets.
fucking...
Yeah,
My
almost
kid he doesn't get
in a
it yet,
trash
really.
bag.
Like, he's on that verge of like giving a shit, but
but he doesn't yet.
But he doesn't yet. And we
Yep.
just got potty trained, which is amazing. By the way, I don't know if you're still in that hell of potty training, but
My boy is now.
it's a whole.
Oh, Lord, yes. Now, I
But
want
it
to
was
tell
weird,
you.
though. I'll say this: it was like night and day. Like one day, I'm changing his diaper. The next day, he's pooping in the toilet, and everything's changed.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, fuck.
My
Thank
boy
God it's
actually
done.
went through one of those stages after he was potty trained. He was potty trained and he did exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah.
For, I want to say, at least 6 months. And then he started
Don't tell me
having
this.
accidents.
Don't tell me this.
Then he started having accidents. It didn't last very long. I think it lasted for maybe like 2 weeks. He would have an accident once in a while. But, I mean, now he's back on.
I'm about a month out of the potty training. That's about a month done.
And if he's going steady, he
Has been.
But my boy kind of got hooked on some new activities, and yeah, he's just like, I'm not stopping for nothing. So
See, I was worried about that too. At the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, when
I was
he-
like, fuck, he's gonna.
he gets
pee himself.
excited about something. He doesn't want to quit, even if you can see him dancing around.
Right,
You need to go
right.
to the bathroom? No.
I will literally.
Yeah, you do.
I will literally like we play tabletop racing on the PS4,
Right.
and I will literally pause the game and be like, go to the restroom.
No, that's good. That's
You know?
actually that's how you need to do it.
Yeah, it's the only
And
thing.
say, I'm
yeah.
not unpausing it. If you're not going to go,
Right.
I'm taking it away.
Like I don't have to clean up my gaming chair. But no, anyway, yeah, I love the fact that like you can't steal a kid. Cody was here earlier
Yeah.
today, and I was like,
No, that's a genius idea.
I'll give you $50 next time we're up there if you can steal my kid.
That'd be kind of cool to
I'd
try.
call the cops.
I would call the cops
You know,
on
I mean,
him
because
too.
I gotta watch it. You know.
Yeah.
I'd Facebook Live it, of course.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be all sorts of
Well,
fun.
you're right there.
Watching Cody get
Like, hey, Cody, sorry. Bye.
Yeah, just say hi.
All handcuffed up.
Some big black cop just like manhandling Cody.
I like
Great.
that. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll bring
Scene-
my kids too.
A scene from Pulp Fiction, you know. Where's this going?
Also
He's
a
a party boy.
it's also a very popular movie on Cody.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
You ever?
But it's still.
It's been so. I haven't seen that movie since like it around the time it came out.
I got a friend at work that constantly talks about it. So, yeah, watch it from time to time.
You ever watch Reservoir Dogs? 'Cause I
I know
I've noticed your generation has missed out on a few amazing movies because
yes,
they didn't get.
and I'm
enough.
glad I have this friend because he fills me in on this stuff.
I said
And I
they're
go
important.
check it
They're
out.
important.
He has so many movies. He's like, hey, I brought you something today. All right, check it out.
I had one of those guys. They change your. You know.
Yeah. He's like,
Except
here,
for-
I made you a list of movies you need to watch, a list of TV shows you need to check out.
I need one of those.
all right,
I need
all
one of
right.
those guys on the
Check it
TV
out.
shows. I run out of TV shows all the time.
But the problem is, I don't watch TV anymore
Yeah,
at
well,
all.
You're busy with your music.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what's crazy? Speaking of music, and my boy, kids, my son wants to get into music so bad. He's like, Dad, teach me how to make this beat, or teach me how to do this, or he'll be listening to a song and be like, Dad, make this beat.
That's
He is
pretty
so
cool.
excited
That's
about
pretty
it.
cool.
I want
That's
to teach
pretty
him
awesome.
everything.
It's
you know?
I mean, and I at that age, I would until he has fun with it, and once he stops or doesn't or wants to go play with something else, just let him.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
I
it's
agree.
so much work. I mean,
It is.
and that's actually why I quit music. Because
Music is a lot of work.
I was, as I think I've talked about before, we're in a fairly busy gigging band, and it was, we were pretty popular, and we probably, if we would have pushed it, we could have made it. But I was just like, this isn't fun. I don't want to do this. It's too much like work.
Yeah.
And it just, but I think a lot of it, too, is we had a guy in the band, and my cousin, actually, and he was one of those guys that I think you need, because he's one of those guys that's like, okay, we're at practice, we'll come up with like a crazy guitar solo part. We're all
Right.
playing different things, and we're kind of working on it. Okay, all right. Well, in 2 days we'll practice that. He'll call me that night. Did you get it? No, man. Well, hey, how about I'm gonna come over tomorrow and we'll practice it. I'm like, well, I can practice on my own. He'll show up at your house and like,
Yeah.
let's practice it. Like, he just worked like a fucking ox. Which is great. You need that, definitely.
I feel like that's kind of how I'm getting,
But-
because I'm pushing so much onto these other people that want to get into it, and I'll be like, hey, let's do something this weekend or whatever, and they won't get back to me. It's almost like
You need that, and you get irritated.
the pressure's so great on them.
You get irritated by the people that don't do it, like don't want to, and you're like, come on,
Yeah.
like don't say you want to do something you're not going to do it. Because
Yeah.
you need that guy, but that guy can also start to
He
become
can-
overbearing.
Exactly.
And it's like, shit, nigga, I need to fucking live my life. I don't have, and that's kind of what happened. And then we got to all sorts of different infighting and whatever. And, then before you know it, you're in your early 30s and you're like, you know what, I don't think I'm going to, I'm not going to be the next big rock star. I mean, I say that, but I mean,
You could.
really, I mean,
This is my mindset.
Flogging Molly, like, got big when they were, like, in their early 40s, so.
This is my mindset. You're going to hit those points where you're like, man, this feels like work. Even though it's something you absolutely love. And I'm not going to lie, I have actually hit those points before.
I think
Where it's like, I came up with this amazing beat, this amazing instrumental, and then you don't know what to do next. It's like you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to do all this work, and it's like, man,
the best thing
this
to
is
do
starting to feel
when
like
you
work.
hit that,
But
when you hit that plateau, though, is walk away.
yeah,
And then come back later.
that's exactly what I do.
Yep.
I walk away, say I go make dinner or whatever the case may be.
Because it's still going to be in your head. Even though you're trying to get it out of your head, it's still there.
Exactly.
And
And
you'll
what most people
subconsciously
do
come
is
with a
they
better
try
idea.
to keep pushing through it. And
you
that's
won't.
when they get tired of it.
Yeah.
And they lose the love of what they're doing.
Exactly. And I'll also say this, too. What really...
Your mind just needs... Your subconscious is telling you, take a break because you're...
You're dry right now.
Exactly.
You're
yeah.
about as dry as women looking at Cody. No, another thing, and if I could give any advice to any musicians, just be happy with what you have and move on.
Yeah.
Because I think the other thing that really killed us is we would start with the song and we'd like it and like, okay, well, this doesn't have enough harmonies, so we need to do more guitar work on it. We need to do more of this, do more of that. Before we know it, it'd been like 2 months and we only worked on 2 songs.
Yeah.
And we've redone them many times.
I've been there.
You know, just throw down some regular, throw down some chords, a few guitar solo in there, and as you play it over and over, you'll change it anyway.
Yeah.
And you'll get better to what you want. But just keep making songs. Keep going forward on making songs. Because you'll probably make, if you're
You might
good,
make some shitty songs.
Oh, you will. You'll make a ton of it.
But,
if you make 100 songs...
are learning off of that.
Exactly. If you make 100 songs, maybe 10 will be good.
Yeah.
And that's, but we tried to be so technical. We wanted to be the next, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of who's that? I can't even think of their name now. The, Dragon Fire, what's her name? I don't know. I'll just say like Dream Theater or something. We wanted to be so technical and amazing that we just completely burned ourselves out. And
that's the problem. You gotta say, okay, this is only the beginning.
Yeah.
So you can only go up from here, You got to start somewhere. And it might take you a long time to start because you might be afraid of what people will think. But you got to get, once you're past that point, you start throwing stuff down. Like, say I start a track, and I've done this multiple times. I'll start a track, I'll have a melody stuck in my head, and I'll just be at work doing my work, and next thing you know, melody pops in my head. And it'll be stuck in my head all day. And if I feel like I might lose it, I'll go grab a piece of paper and I'll make like a pattern to make sure that I remember it. And then when I get home, I'll start working on it. But throughout that day, I come up with different melodies. And I get into the working and I'll forget about one of them or 2 of them, or I'll just remember one of them completely. I'll put it in, and then the other one will come back in my head. So I'll put it in the same file. And there's
what I used
so
to
many
do?
Projects that I've started that have anywhere between 5 and 10 different instrumentals started on them. I don't know what to take from it. And then I take those ideas and I start filtering them into different instrumentals.
I used to record everything on my phone.
Right.
If it was in my head, I'd go to the bathroom and just hum something. It sounds stupid, but I knew, like, once I heard it, I'm like, okay, now I can figure it out on my guitar.
That's the best way to do it.
The other thing that I would say is, like, when you're done with a song, and again, I don't know, like, any strong producers or, I don't know any, but, like, when you're done with it, or if you're a guitar player listening to us, or whoever you are, don't try to be the best.
No.
Be happy with what you are at that moment.
Yes.
Trying to, like, climb this mountain of being it ruins you. It ruins your band or your group, because,
it really does.
It's a horrible thing.
It really
trying
does.
to prove who you are. Anyway, moving forward on something. You busy this weekend?
Not sure yet, honestly. I mean, I have a couple things planned, but music-wise, but I think I'm pretty much open. I might have to work on Saturday again. Like always.
Really?
But it's only usually for like an hour.
See, on Saturday here in Kansas, Bernie Sanders is going to be here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm wondering. I want to try to get him.
That would be cool.
That would be amazing. I don't even know where he's at, to be honest. But
here,
I think if we
going
got
back to the whole like music thing, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
You take that shot,
it applies to
and
this.
things can happen.
Even if we could get 10 minutes with him, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, even just 10 minutes.
It would be huge. I don't know where he's at, though. So I got to figure that out. But I know he's going to be somewhere here in Kansas. He was talking about our taxes and everything, and how fucked up it is and whatever.
Yeah.
and I got in this like giant chat room about. Well, not chat room. Jesus Christ, what am I in? Late 90s? No, I got in this like large post thread, and they were talking about Kansas and whatever. You wouldn't believe how many people were like, I don't feel bad for Kansans. Fuck them. They voted for him. Blah, 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 blah. They know that if they cut the taxes for the rich, they're going to fuck their state up. Fuck them. They don't care. Right? And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, you guys are idiots.
Yeah.
Because you voted for Trump. Like, that's our president, motherfuckers. Like, that's what he's going to do to our country. You take all the tax money away from... But then you'd get the other guys who'd be like, well, why is it okay for them to take money away from the rich? And I'm like, well, how come they don't... Like, when you make a good amount of money for being a single guy.
Yeah.
You know, and especially here in town. I mean, or here in... Yeah,
no, this area.
You make like college degree money. You're like, what, $25-$30 an hour. It's good money around here.
I wish I was that much. Maybe next month. We'll see.
Well, I thought you were in that range.
Not quite.
Okay, you're close.
20.
Whatever. I mean, yeah, 20, but it's still quite a bit.
No, I agree.
When they, like, you're gonna get some money back on taxes, right? But not a lot. I mean, and you have 2 kids.
Yeah.
But, like, when they take money out of your check, that's not taking money from you. It's paying your taxes.
Yeah.
Why isn't that same way with rich people? You know what I mean?
It should be.
It should be because they got more of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take... You know, it should be easier to take food away from a fat person than a homeless guy. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of that...
Yeah.
People that are on unemployment and stuff, they get food stamps and all that. Those are the kind of people you see that don't seem like they're struggling all that much. Like food-wise and all that, you know?
Well,
I mean, all right, for example, I go to the grocery store. Single parent, 2 kids. Buy a lot of groceries. Over $100 every time I go, you know? And that's like once a week.
Jesus Christ.
That takes a lot out of my income. How much
money you have, right. Although, you probably could get on help, I bet.
I can't.
Really?
Nope.
But see, that's the other thing. I'll say this. Because we actually know somebody who is on food stamps. And everything that I've seen, and even for a while when I wasn't working, we were on food stamps, kind of. But, like, my wife was in school full-time. We had a 1-year-old or however, and I was let go from my job making money. And they literally said, we make too much money.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we made maybe $200 a month at that point.
Yeah.
And we made too much money for food stamps. It's like,
That's
how
ridiculous.
little are you making to be able to get any... Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, okay, maybe you're on food stamps, but you're not... You don't have gas money. You don't got... You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so you got to be super, super poor. Those people aren't living life. I mean, they're not buying mods, or they're not, which is vaping. They're not... they're struggling to get Netflix. They're making life decisions on shit like that. Which, by the way, I don't care about my tax money going to. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean, where I would like my tax money to be kind of taken from is the 60% that goes into the military. I think we spent way too much.
We spend way too much on military. I agree, 100%.
And it's these contracts.
I mean, I also agree that they do need money, and it's kind of like a security type deal for us in a way. But the amount that they use.
Well, and here's what they're going to tell you if you want to cut military spending: is they're going to say, "Oh, you don't care about the troops." And it's like, no, I don't care about the contractors. I don't care about these guys getting these contracts to make tanks, and they just throw them away. They literally do that.
Yeah.
They make these tanks, and they just throw them away.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I don't want. You know?
I read something the other day that I don't remember what it was comparing it to, but they were saying 3 military drones was like $5.8 billion.
Yeah. It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
And by the way, just so you know, here in Kansas, as you were talking about the food stamp people, this might give you a better idea or a little more clarification. Out of your every day, about 12 cents of your money goes to people on welfare. That's not bad, right?
No,
I mean, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
As per about $2.86 a day goes to military spending.
Yeah, see.
That's insane, right? I mean,
That's ridiculous.
for one, we live in Kansas. We ain't got shit to worry about. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But no, I've actually seen the real life struggle lately of someone who is on food stamps and has been cut off and completely single parent.
I guess. Well, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, and this person only works like I think 15 hours a week or whatever. She's fucked. And yeah, like they don't make enough. So I don't know how much you actually have to make to stay on food stamps.
But I guess I see more of the side of people abusing it.
Yeah, you see that other side, and there is that side, kind of, but not really anymore.
Because I know that these people can do so much more, but they're not because they're getting these benefits. I mean, I know one person specifically that is getting $900 a month in food stamps.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they have money left over. They buy whatever they want.
I think that needs to be fixed too. Don't get me wrong. How many kids they have?
Was it 4 now? Both parents working, but working jobs that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like that's got to be a fuck up. They got to be lying about something. They're probably not actually married or something like that. There's got to be some massive lie.
Yeah, no, these people find these loopholes and they stick with them because they don't have to do anything anymore.
Right,
you know?
right. They get by with that.
Yeah.
No, and I think that should be something that we definitely, that should be looked at and changed. But on the other hand, I would rather have those people in lieu of like homeless people and children dying of starvation. I don't care about that as far as like my tax money going to that. Especially
I agree.
If we're talking about like in comparison to like building another a carrier thing. With those giant fucking ships we have that like...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They're fucking overpriced. We got like 8 of them. They're working on another one. I feel like a retard. I don't know the name of them.
I can't think of it.
Doesn't matter. But anyway...
It'll come to me right before I go to sleep tonight.
It will, yeah. I think that about does it for us. Yeah, fun. It's good having you in the studio, getting to talk to you.
Yeah. I'll definitely have more up.
We will update. Yeah, I want to go ahead and plug your SoundCloud again.
Yeah, State of Mind Productions. Check it out on SoundCloud. There's, like I said, there'll be a lot more coming on there, so check it out.
Cool. And like us, follow us, subscribe, whatever. And we'll give you updates Thursday on Cody's anal inspection.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Right? Take care, guys.
I haven't heard anything yet, so
thanks a lot. Bye.